Hello, everybody. Hold a second. Welcome to Solo Style. Morgan Circular. I'm doing all right. And yes, I'm still talking. I just had to turn on the light. So today I am going to be flying a Merlin at this point because I want to try to get some Merlin skills set up. It's a blaster Merlin because I believe it's better off to have a blaster Merlin than like right now because it's the only good ship I got fit. Otherwise, I'd probably be flying something else. Like I don't know. I'm gonna be probably reshipping in Kajari for next episode, but I don't know. I'm still based on my high tech base is still in Anamon. I just switched stations from Anamon 4 to Anamon 1. Is Anamon 1, Anamon 4? How it does have industry shit. Does says that even all Peace Store, they both have clone base. Anamon has the industry shit. Anamon 1 has industry, which is always a good thing to have. Industry in your friggin' thing. See what's going on? Oh, wrong one. Damn it, damn it, damn it. There we go. I am gonna head to Kanaka to fight. See what happens there. Because it could be a lot worse. And hope everyone's doing alright. I don't think I have a Vegas roundup at this point because I'm kinda like, I just woke up. As you can tell by the haircut, I guess. Not sure if you can. And like I'll talk about that in another more Vegas themed show because I'm kind of tired. Like I just don't know what I'm supposed to be talking about at this point. Like I want to in Vegas wise. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a new update. I forget what the patch notes were. If someone can help me in the comments, I'll post the patch notes in the comments. A new update came today called Parallax. It's the new build for EVE Online, I think it is. I don't remember. But I'm just trying to get some kills right now. We'll talk about that and probably in another thing. Sad thing is there was no dust update this week. Which I can understand they're still working on shit. But it's just sad to see there's no update. But it was like in Vegas, there no one noted. No one. They were talking about dust, and I was talking to a guy named CCP Logi Bro or Logi Bro. I don't know how to say it, and he was like, he just said all the dust devs were in Shanghai, which is kind of bad, which is kind of sad. Because I'm guessing there were no dust devs coming around. I'm pretty sure outside. I don't know if I was the only dust person that played there. I doubt it because other people were talking about it in the Valkyrie thing. I got two people here. I'm not gonna kill them. And a Tengu. We'll head to Uralgia. He was there. Not Kajari. Uralgia. No, let's go to Iha. Let's see what's. I just clicked Iha, so let's head there. Or Inya. Let's try Inya then. Inya sounds like a good place to go. But just like it's a little sad not to see more stuff more focused on. I understand more focus on Eve since that's their flagship title, but more focus on Valkyrie and Gunjack than Dust, which is kind of sad to see. But I'm okay as long as they build a game. As long as Valkyrie releases and Gunjack releases, I'm okay with that. Because I'm pretty sure Gunjack is gonna release it on Black Friday with the Gear VR. Alright, we got 4 people here. This is not gonna go well. But I'm not sure if I want to be here, but let's. The only way I could see that being D-Scan. Oh, D-Scan looks completely different. Wasn't expecting that at all. Bencher, let's try 10. Definitely seems like they're in a medium outpost, which I'm not gonna go for. There's too many gals in this. Unless I dock up and check. Set the path. Look, it's just the fact that I want to get into a solo fight. I am soloing in a friggin' Merlin. I'm not gonna take on 5 different Galente. Yeah, that's 5. I'm not gonna take on 5 Galmil if I'm in a Merlin. Maybe in something bigger, but definitely not in a Merlin. Anyway, the thing is, like, I don't know what. It just feels weird trying to get like. This is kind of sad. It's kind of sad to see Dust not being mentioned outside of like any plans about it, and people are trying to want to port it to something. Anything really. Like I want to see it ported to PC, and I understand it was and I feel like it's kind of the player base's fault for the Legion thing, the Rouge Wedding they call it, because it's not. Because let's be honest, wouldn't it be easier to buy a PC that could run Dust on PC if it came to PC than buy a $500 PS4 at the time? That's kind of like I mean if I don't even care if it, I mean I understand if it had controller support, then I'd be like, okay, maybe that would help. But even then, you would get most people would use a mouse and keyboard since it's one of the very few games with mouse and keyboard. Dust is one of the very few games that you can use a mouse and keyboard and still play the game. Again, by mouse and keyboard, it's first-person shooter controls. It's not like type. You know, like not even Defiance does that, which is sad. Why reason I meant to mention Defiance is that it is now the series got canceled after the third season, but the game's still going on. It's kind of sad, honestly, because the game was and I'm just gonna talk a little bit about Defiance since I don't know what else to talk about because I don't know anything about the Parallax patch notes this week. So the thing about the friggin' Defiance, I bought that game at launch. It fucking was awful. You know, by awful, it was awful. When I went back to it in like April, like a couple months before it went free to play, I bought it for like $10 since it was like, you know, $10. And like that was because I bought it on 360 for like $60. Then after a couple days, I was like, fuck it, I traded in for Halo 4, which at the time was an infinitely better game. Even though it's not the best Halo, it was definitely better than Defiance at the time. Anyway, cut forward 2 or 3 years. I'm gonna say 2 years. It was I decided to buy it again because it was like $5, and on PlayStation. And oh my god, it was so much better. It was oh my god. And then it went free to play, and then it's like that's kind of a good. That would be a good thing. Not for games like Eve, which would need something for free to play, but it was a good thing for Defiance because it needed the free to play boost, I would think. Right, nothing in here. Check the Novice Stronghold. That's the only thing I can think of, the Novice Stronghold, because, you know, novices. Let's do it. And we'll see what's in here. Yeah, but, like, one of the things I just noticed for the Parallax release looks completely different. Velator, not great. So there is someone around the area. I just want to try to get some more kills. Aki Dagi would be a kind of good place to start, I would think. If it's there. And Aki Dagi recently got flipped by the gals while I was at New Vegas, which is a good thing. Which flipped by the Cal Mill, which is good. Because that was an entry point into Ikoria, which is which was like a high sec system for Cal Mill. The thing about Aki Dagi is that it does not have a station, I believe. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a station. But still, nonetheless, it's a good place it's a good entry point. It's an entry point into high sec, which is good to have, and gals probably won't get camped as much now, I would think. I mean, for all I know, they might, but it's a good thing that we took it over. Not bad at all. Another thing, like, there's not really much else I can think of to talk about, and if I can't get another, okay, we got some people here. Where am I gonna go? We'll go to the Novice Stronghold. There. Try to get some kills. Make sure my damage control's on. Probe scanner. That looks completely different as well. That's good. Alright, doesn't look like great. Probably try to take this. Ooh, they already got it up pretty high. So I'm gonna probably start plexing this at this point so you get reap the LP rewards. Because that does not look great. They already plexed it up super high. Someone's been clearly not doing their job over here. Like, it's crazy how people cannot do their jobs sometimes. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not sure who runs. Not blaming anybody yet. And I shouldn't be blaming people. It feels weird that no one's really doing their job. Oh well. Try this. We'll try to keep this going. I'm gonna orbit the beacon. I think would be the best for me. Up. Once I die, I'm probably gonna stop the video because, you know, Nothing's coming from D. Oh, I want to see what's on long. Long has nothing. Man, long has nothing. So solar system map would be kind of cool to have. Like, I like the idea of having a. Ooh, that looks pretty. That's actually kind of cool. The fact that we have a map like this. I don't know how to zoom out. That's kind of cool, honestly. That is actually not a bad thing. Like a good map. Good map. I wish there was more to it, but what are you gonna do? We got 2 people in the system. That's actually kind of a cool map. Not really much else. No, they put it at 0.1. That's a little. Like, otherwise, this map's kind of cool. I think, I'm not sure what, I think they have new Blood Raiders, not Blood Raiders, they're Tada Sunset skins for Amar, which is actually kind of cool now, because I like I like some of the Amar ships. And all I remember is that some of these ships got a boost, like the Punisher, I definitely know has an extra turret slot, I believe, in this release. I forget, to be honest. I'm going to look up stuff and check it out later. I don't remember what the Merlin actually had in terms of boosts, but I'm gonna look that up a bit later. Let's see, not much else going on. Got about 10 minutes on Parallax for 6 minutes, and then we'll probably call it a video. Another thing I'd like to talk, like, I'm not sure what the problem is with, like, I forget if there was frigate things. I know at the very least, I feel there are frigate balances, but I also remember there was the fucking, I think it was, what was it? I believe there were new faction E-War frigs, which did a bunch of shit to it. I honestly don't remember, though. So don't quote me on this. I gotta look up the patch notes later on. Just, it feels weird trying to, like, because I looked at the patch notes and then I was at Vegas for the Citadel release and I forgot what things if some things were part of Parallax notes that weren't about the things that weren't about the structures of capitalism. I mixed them up thinking somewhere I'm not sure if the Parallax note patch includes the frig changes and the E-War frigs or if that was the Citadel changes. I completely forgot. So weird. I'm kind of not good at remembering things. Got 22 minutes until missile projection level 3. That's not bad. I'm able to use T2 missiles now, light missiles at least, which is a good thing, I would think. And I still got to do some X status because of the fact that I've been using destroying neutral ships. It's not really good for my standings, of course, for my X status. It means I'm gonna have to end up shooting shit or something, or trying to get some, like, certain things set up. So I'm gonna buffer my my sex status, which takes for fucking ever, by the way. That takes too long to buffer my sex status. I was at 1.8 as the highest. Now I'm down to 0.2, and then a couple of, like, shots of shooting a neutral. It sucks. Got 4 minutes till this is done. Cool. Then I'll probably dock up on Ikoria and call it. Because there's nothing. I'm not gonna roam around for like another another half hour or so. But anyway, we'll see what happens. The thing is about, let's say, it's just a certain issue with the fact that, like this game world is so big, and I'm mostly a low-sec fighter since I'm in faction warfare. That's why I'm like, okay, I don't want to go through nullsec by myself because that would fucking suck. Instead, I'm just gonna end up going through doing low-sec shit. And clearly, it works when you're getting like certain systems. Like a lot of these systems are also very empty, which kind of sucks. But what are you gonna do? We'll see what happens here, and then I'll call it after a little bit. And I'm thinking about doing a show as tomorrow as of downtime, which would be 00 downtime, but that would be like 6 o'clock for me. I'm not entirely sure though. I would be tweeting it out at some point, of course. And I'll give in the Twitter will in my Twitter will all as always be in the middle of the thing, in the middle of the what was it? In the description, along with my normal show name, and I'll be tweeting out like because that's in with my normal show time on everate-radio.com. Not a bad thing to have. It's just like a lot easier to. It's not like I do video on it. That's the thing. Like I mostly do audio because because I have a low end PC, as you can tell. And I can't do streaming and audio, Twitch streaming and audio streaming. What makes it the same time? It just doesn't work like that. Sucks. But what are you gonna do? But we only got like 2 minutes on this flex, and we got some people still in the fucking system now, so we'll see what I can do. There's a Legion. I'm not Fed Navy Comet on 0.1. I am not gonna be able to take that on, so I'm gonna warp off. That's already pretty bad. Because I'm in a Merlin, I'm not going to be able to take on a Fed Navy Comet. That's not going to work, so I'm probably going to call it after this. Oh, this was Morgan Starkiller with Solo Style. I think this is episode 16 or 17, I can't remember. And thanks for watching, since I don't want to end up getting killed super hard. Watch me puss out. And there's a Pilgrim. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe on YouTube or EOC.TV. And if you also another thing, follow me on Twitter, which will be in the description when the video in the video description. And tune in the mornings with Morgan Mondays on Fridays at 1900 Eve time. Is it 16? It's 1600 Eve time. Is it 1900? No, it's 1600 Eve time on Fridays. Laters, and I hope you all have a fabulous day.